So, is it my screen with all of you? Okay. What about now? Yeah, fine, great. As I mentioned already yesterday, so we are using to share our data or to what we called upload our projects or to want to share your content to any tech people. So we can officially use the GitHub account. So even see your resume or your current projects, what you have or programs, whatever you practiced. If you want to share with some recruiter or some company, yes, it is very easy to share. So you can habituate with this account. Like that's better idea. And as I mentioned already, so it's a free resource. You can able to do the like freely. You can register and log into the application as I mentioned already. So registration is very simple, straightforward. It will ask you your email ID, which is your Gmail, your personal Gmail. You can utilize for registration, sign up, and then it will ask you like your name and some basic details. You can just go and use that. Nothing more complex. And now I'm just already have an account, so I'm just click on sign in. Yeah, so here if you have the account already, so you can just try to sign in. So this is the way how you do. So just I'm trying to do one more account like for your showcasing. I'm just trying to do that. So I'm creating the account and freshly I will open the same account with the new credentials, whatever I'm just going to be creating right now. So that might help you to understand. So see here, you have to give your email ID here. So I'm giving my email ID. So please start. Yeah, tell me. And now we have to give the password as per our requirement. And username also as your convenient you can give it. But the username should be unique. I'm giving same username. So to make it simplification, whatever the email is there, that is one I'm taking as a username. Yeah, see, username should not contain the hyphens dots. So I'm removing that and just giving same thing without dot. Yeah. So now it is asking like, would you like to receive product updates announcements? Yes, I don't require these things. So I'm just continue. And please solve this puzzle to verify that you are a human. So to avoid the automation, they're doing this. So start puzzle. Pick one square that shows identical objects. I think this one, right? Yeah. Okay, and that shows identical where? Yeah, this one. Yeah. So I'm just creating an account now. You almost done. See, they sent the one verification code to respect to mail ID. So I'm just entering that code from my mobile. So like this, you have to create an account now. Okay, so 7851607. This is my activation code. Later I can do that. Okay. So how many team members will you working with you? So anything you can choose. It's not a mandatory thing. So I can mention 50 plus, and I'm a teacher. And if you're student, you can just take as a student. Whatever you convenient. It's not mandatory thing. And why we required. So collaborative coding and automation, and yeah, that's all from my side. And now even project management, team administration, yeah, then continue. So it's all are optional. See here, if you see unlimited public private repositories for free account. This paid one anyway. Paid one means for companies they will use it. So 2000 CSID offline 50 MB of package storage, 20 hours of code space. So these are the some things which we commonly require. It is already free of cost. So don't go for the paid version. So go for justly continue for free. Yeah, so that's all. So our account is created. So now once it is done, it automatically redirect to home page. And see here, it's getting to the main page. And let's take example. I'm just getting out of this site. And now next time onwards you need not to sign up because already we signed up. Just you can do the what we can say that sign in. So simply we can do the sign in. Yeah, see here, I'm just signing with same credentials what just now I created. So already it's coming that because I saved the credentials, so I can use that, or you can type that also. So see, come back to the main account. Now after logging into the GitHub account, you need to do the main thing is repository creation, as I mentioned. So this is the like you can create any number of repositories for each and every segregation. Like example, you want to maintain one repository for Java, one repository for what we can say that Python. So like that you can create the any number of repositories. So as your as you as for your requirement. So it all depends on your requirement. But it's just like feel it in your system. It's a folder. Like in your system, how folder working here, repository will works like that. And after that, once you have the code in the repository, then you can start download or share the code with other people, or add the collaborators to the repository, like add the working team people. That is all depends on your requirement. And now it will ask you repository name and the permissions what you want to give to the respective repository. So such things we have to provide. So see, it's showing as of now there is no repository because just now I created. And you can set the profile pic as you like because it might improve the visibility of yourself. And click on new so that we can able to create a new repository with our required name. Like example, under the my account, I'm creating a new repository. Like example, I'm taking practice. Just you can take any name. It is not specific to any name because it will create it under your name, but it won't be duplicate again. And description is optional. It is something like which will be like your what we can say that additional information about your repository. And as I mentioned yesterday, like we have two options to create the repository: public and private. And see, one more thing, Nana, please, like sign in like tomorrow anyway. So next time onwards, like tomorrow main just second, tomorrow morning I'll inform you. But mostly if I'm not informed you people, that means that on that day class is there. And if the class is not there, definitely I will mention you in the morning. So that is the first thing. And second thing is like what we call sign up, like log into the what we can say class little earlier than the comparison. See, almost it's a 20 like we started by 6:30, but it's 6:35 somewhere, but it's almost 6:50. So try to do that. And next time onwards, what I will also do that to avoid such kind of things. I will share the common link. Like every day, no need of waiting for the link. By the time you can join the same link every day. So this is the link today. What the link I shared with you, make it a permanent link. So that link will this link I mean to say you. I think you are able to see my screen. So this is the link what I shared with you today. This you can make it a permanent link. Like every day you can log into the same link. No need of what I can say that waiting for my component. Okay. So that's the one thing. You can use the same link every day, and you can do that. But I think even this admit also daily it's asking, right? How many of you like having that what we can say that other than the what we webex or other teaming channels, I will look on that anyway. So just give me chance for today. So tomorrow I will sort it out. Like I will take the one permanent solution for this, so that instead of daily asking to admit or asking to waiting for the link and everything, so I will try to avoid that. So tomorrow I will plan for scheduling on permanent link. And as well as like even I felt that this link is permanent, but still this will ask again and again to admit inside. So I will avoid that. So I will try to do tomorrow. Like I will ping you like what is the best channel for us. Based on that we can continue the same thing every day. So you can join by 6:30 or 6:35 whatever the time, so that you may not miss it. But so yeah, sorry, apologies for that. Like maybe this might giving problem to you. Yeah, tomorrow onwards I will sort it out this issue. Like I will create a permanent solution for that, and I will share with you. And so that no one will disturb, and other people also can easily join into the class while we are doing. Okay, yeah, fine. Sorry. Yeah. So as I mentioned already, we have two types of permissions: public and private. Public means if you create a repository with public, means anyone can view or download your code, but they can to modify that definitely. But they can view the code. So simply whatever the code you whatever the content you have in the repo, everyone they can access, they can download, they can view it. But if it is public private means even to see that also, even to access that also, you should require permission. So that means if the data is something personal or if private to yourself, make it private repository. If something is shareable, something is which you want to make it to everybody, then go for public. So likewise you have to define the scope of that so that it will be easy for you. Okay, so just as of now I'm creating a public repository, and add readme, as I mentioned, it will act as a helper file, like what you are doing in the respective repository can make on line to line steps in that readme, so that the people can easily use it. And after that, nothing to do anything, just click on create repository. Now it will create a repository with the name which you given as part of that, so the practice name. And by default it create a branch means it's a one folder called main folder. Under that, if you want to create subfolders, yes, you can create, otherwise you can use the same folder as your work. And as I mentioned already, you can maintain this it is just like your folder, okay, in your mission. So you can add file manually also, like to code, or you can add, or manually you can create a new file, or you can upload the file. Whatever the things you can upload, like example images or your resume or the program files, you can manually also upload into the git. So there is no restriction to upload it into the application. So that all, that provision also we have here. And also as I mentioned, through pipe command prompt or through source code repository, like example eclipse or pycharm or visual studio code, from there also you can upload, like you can add it. So it depends on your requirement, but still manually you can also maintain that, or through code also you can maintain that. And if someone, like, see, very simple, if it is public, you can utilize this url directly, and you can able to see the content. As I mentioned, that the event doesn't ask any permission, or it doesn't make any sense of that. You can directly see that, and you can able to download. So from code, if you click on, he will give an option like download zip. So when you click on the download zip, directly the code will be downloaded into your machine, and you can extract and you can utilize it for your personal purpose. But the only restriction is you cannot modify the data what we have here. Even though it is public, you cannot modify, just you can use it and you can download it, that's all. But if you want to consume it, or if you want to modify that, definitely the owner of the repository should allow you to do that. So for that only, I explained yesterday, in the settings option we have a add collaborator option. So collaborators, so if you add as a collaborator to this particular repository some x and y person, that all people can do modifications, like example updation, deletion, or adding the new content, whatever they want they can do that. But until unless you are a part of as a collaborator to this particular application, you cannot do any modification, just you can do view the content, that's all. So that is how the repository will work basic way. And after that, as I mentioned, to access or to connect with this particular github through command prompt, we should get a access token, because physical password is not secured way. So that's why github is blocked the approach, like username password does not work. So instead of that, username along with access token you can use for login from the command prompt. So that is the way how we will do in generally in application approach. So as of now, any doubts, please ask me. Otherwise, I will upload some files manually, and I will show you how to do that part also, and even through command prompt also. So as of now, if you have any doubt, please ask me, so that I will continue. Yeah, see Nana. So here, if you observe that plus icon is there, right? You can click on plus repository. See, there is a new repository option. Or else on your profile, click on, and there also you have a option your repositories. So here, if you click on your repositories, go. We are going to your existing repositories, where you will find a new button. This is one option. Or else just click on plus. You can have a directly new repository option. Is this clear? In both ways you can do that. Yeah. Any others having any other doubt? and to share this content to any of your friends or any of your colleagues or anyone, very simple, as I mentioned already, share this URL, that's all. Nothing to do anything, to only purpose of showcasing the content. So they cannot do any modification, they can see what you are doing currently and what is there in the repository. Okay, for that just share the URL to them, they can directly access. Even GitHub doesn't ask user ID password also to see the content. So just by clicking on the URL, like example, see, I'm just going incognito mode. See that I'm just not doing any login or nothing. I'm clicking on that. Though you can able to see the content what we have here. See that. Now you want to see that, click on the file. You can able to see. If you want to download, just go to the code and download zip. That's all. But you cannot do any modification. That is what the point I'm telling. Okay. So even I will showcase that point also. See, I'm going for add file. I'm just trying to uploading a file. Okay, and here, as I mentioned, choose files option is there, drag files option also there, and also manually you can also create a file. That is up to you, as you mentioned. So let's take example. I'm just taking uh, I think yeah, this file I can use ppp file. So this is I think on the first class what we created. It is a simple text file, and now if you go for code wise, the file will be showcased here. Yeah. Oh, I think, sorry, we didn't upload it. Just we are dragged it. That's all. We need to upload it. Once again, I'm doing that. Add file. Sorry, upload file. Yes. So once we click on that, it will go to the respective file. Yeah, once it is uploading done, then we have to give the commit changes. Okay, this is the button you need to option. And also here, if you want to give your own customized message, you can give it, like example, file uploaded. Okay, for example, and commit changes. That's all. So now your file will be stored in the repository as a permanent storage. Now this file will be permanent storage. Now you can use this file for any time. Like this is what we created, like what are the things. And now if I want to do that, like example, see here, sorry, I'm deleting this file. Yeah, no problem. So now I'm going to be creating a new file. So similarly, you can create your own file. So let's take, I'm giving hi.txt, and where I can write hello, welcome to Fratel. Okay, let's take, and you can same as usual commit this, and the content will be saved over here as shown before that. Yeah. So now the same way, if you want to like if you want to upload or create whatever you want, you can do this. So like if I want to download, yes, you can click on download zip. The entire all the files what we have there, it will be downloaded. And as I mentioned, I'm going to incognito. Once again, I'll refresh it, so that the things will be coming here, right? So now you see, you are able to see the content. See, it doesn't ask any permission. See, whatever the content, it's able to see here. So that is what I explained before, just before. And you can even download also, because it is a public mode. So you can, it doesn't ask any permission to download or view the content. You can directly download it. That is the approach. But if it is in the private, it doesn't allow you to do this kind of actions. So because it's a private, so like that you can able to do this kind of what you call stuff, whatever I told you. And now the same thing, if you want to do in command prompt, that means through local, like any Visual Studio or python. Anyway, as I mentioned, once we start the coding part, from the tools I will explain, like from python how to do, from Eclipse how to do, I will explain. But as we didn't do anything through coding, so just I will take the command prompt and I will showcase you how to clone this particular component. Like to clone it, we should use this particular URL, whatever the URL is showing under the HTTPS. Take this URL, and now go to the like whatever the account you convenient, you can go there. So like example, I'm just taking the git demo. So under this I just want to import this particular repo. So for that, as I mentioned already, click on the cmd here, and now you should clone that particular URL, so that you can get all the contents from where central repository or local. So git clone followed by the URL whatever we just now copied. Yeah, enter. Now whatever the content we have in the practice repository, everything will come to your local window. So see here, so everything is coming as I mentioned already. So now if you want to modify, and if you want to push it, or if you want to get the latest things, there are also some set of commands. Like example, in central repo they may update some more content. Example I'm telling. So now you pull, I already cloned it. So this content already in your mission. Now assume that if this particular owner added some more content to the file, assume that. So now added test line to, okay. Now he added and he saved it now. Example I'm telling. So now you want to get the latest data once again to your local repo. In that case, no need of again cloning, just you need to pull it. So now we already cloned it, that means already the entire repo is coming into our local bucket. So now in this time you need not to clone it again, just you need to pull it. So now automatically whatever the latest changes we have, that will come to the our local repo. But before that we need to move to the folder what we just now created, that is practice. And now you can pull it, so automatically the entire changes will come back to the your local. See that all changes is coming now. You can go there, and you can even observe that. So the latest test line 2 is coming, see that. So like that we can do this. So even we can do the some changes over here also. So as I mentioned already, so we can do the some changes over here, and you can push the code to the central repo. Likewise, so for that three steps will be there. So for getting the latest update, one step git pull is there. But if you want to store your changes to central repository, so we just simply first we have to git add the changed file. So what is the changed file here? If you observe that triple p, sorry, 4 piece dot paste, this is the file which we updated. Yes, see that. And now I want to commit it. So this is the second commit we need to use for storing the commit changes. Like example, updated. And now finally, what happened? Updated did not match any of. Oh, sorry, we didn't mention the code. So minus F. So now it will take that yes on file change. And finally, after this, you should use the command called git push. So now your entire changes will move to the GitHub. So likewise we can do, but if you are using the tools like Eclipse, as I mentioned, Python, this much complexity also won't be there. It's very easy because already they're monitoring internally. Now anyway, what is our ID? So we have to give that ID Satish PATNANA 90. This is my user ID, and it is asking password. As I mentioned, right? So we can't use the physical password here. We should take the access token. So how to create that token? I'm explaining once again. So now go to the settings under your profile. Go to the settings under your profile. Under that we have a developer options to the last. Click on that. So under the developer options, we have to create the personal access token under classic. So again same way, under generate tokens we have to click on generate new token for our work. And note, so you can give the any name just for future reference. Let's take example Satish token I'm giving, okay. And here expiry date 30 days, as you mentioned in 90 days, custom, no expiration, anything you can give. I'm giving no expiration. No expiration means it won't expire, but it is not the right approach to create the tokens generally. That's why he's giving even warning also. But in real time you should not create a no expired tokens. It should be expired, because otherwise some people will misuse your tokens, okay. Now at the time of access, you should check it out, all the check boxes whatever we have here. So just check it out. So mostly some of the things will be required, but admins are not required in generally. but I'm just for your understanding, I'm putting most of the options like that. Whatever you require, you can just click on. Okay, and now finally you just click on the create token. That's all. And after token generation, as I mentioned already, it is one time usage. So just copy that, use some, paste it somewhere, but you cannot coming back to see that it will be changing always, so that you have to keep it somewhere. Okay, and now go to that and paste the password, whatever the token we got it right, we have to paste it and then enter. Now it will accept that user ID password. Yes, see that the main branch committed. Now come back to our main branch, like the repo what we just now created, and check it back. So really it's created or not, you may understand. So now I'm going to repositories, like I mean to say existing repositories. So now under that my repository is practice, go back. So now where you can able to see that, see Sati 107 updated, just to see we updated that. Okay, so now what we updated also the content will come back to here. So if you open this, the updated content also you can able to see that the last mobile number whatever it is here, it will deleted. So likewise you can able to perform the push and pull operations. Like push means storing the data into the repository, pulling means we are getting the latest update from the repository. But again I'm telling, these operations you more understand at the time of coding classes, because at that time we repeatedly use this particular commands through your tools. Like for Java people we will use the Eclipse. Through Eclipse we will use these commands. Similarly for Python people will use the PyCharm. So from both of that we will use these commands to share the code to you people, and as well as to understand the things. So this is a brief introduction on what you can say, the GitHub Nana. So just go through that. I will share the video also, today video also. Just go through that. If really having any doubt with respect to these components or these accessibilities, please ask me, and based on that I will explain you. So anything else, please ping me. Is it clear everybody, or anything else to ask?